Hello students, in this lecture we are going to discuss question number 9 and 10 from exercise 5.2 of class 12 mathematics. So let us start with question number 9. The question is, prove that the function f given by fx equals to modulus of x minus 1, x belongs to R is not differentiable at x equals to 1. Before we start this, let us discuss this modulus function. As we know that whenever this x minus 1 is greater than equal to 0, and this implies that x is greater than equal to 1, and x minus 1 is less than 0, it means negative, then this implies that x is less than 1. So when this is negative, it means minus x minus 1, so we can say that this is 1 minus x. So before we start this solution, the given function may be written as the given function may be written as. With the help of this, we can write fx equals to x minus 1 means positive when x is greater than equal to 1. So if x is greater than equal to 1, and this one 1 minus x if x is less than 1. So by the definition of modulus function, we have written the given function in this form. Now we have to check whether this function is differentiable or not at x equal to 1. For this, we will find the right hand derivative and left hand derivative. As we find the left hand limit and right hand limit. By the definition of derivative, we know that a function is differentiable then f dash x equals to limit h tends to 0 f x plus h minus fx by h. So we call this as right hand derivative because here we have plus sign. It means slightly more than x. For left hand derivative, we just replace this plus h by minus h. So we can say that this is f dash x equals to limit h tends to 0. This is f x minus h minus fx by h. So when the right hand derivative and the left hand derivatives are equal, then only we can say that the function is differentiable at a particular point. So we will find the left hand derivative at x equals to 1. It means when x is less than 1, then we will use this function for left hand derivative. So we will write limit h tends to 0 f1 minus h minus f1 by minus h, because here we have 1 in place of x because the point is 1. That's why we are writing 1 minus h in place of x minus h. Now when we put these values in the given function, then we will get limit h tends to 0. Now this is 1 minus. Now we have to write 1 minus h in place of x. So this is 1 minus h minus f1. So we will put 1 in place of x. So the value is 1 minus 1 by minus h. So finally we will get limit h tends to 0. When we open this bracket, we will get 1 minus 1 plus h, and this is 0 by minus h. 1 and minus 1 will cancel and we will get limit h tends to 0, this is h and this is minus h. So finally we will get minus 1. Now right hand derivative at x equals to 1. So we will write limit h tends to 0 f1 plus h minus f1 by h. Now we will use this function as x is greater than 1. So we can write limit h tends to 0. We will put this 1 plus h in place of x. So this is 1 plus h and minus 1 minus the value of f1. So we will put x equals to 1. So this is 1 minus 1 by h. So this is limit h tends to 0. When we open the bracket, this is 1 plus h minus 1 and this is 0 by h. 1 and minus 1 will cancel. We will get limit h tends to 0 h by h. So this is 1. Now this left hand derivative and right hand derivatives are different. So we can say that left hand derivative is not equal to right hand derivative. So this implies that f is not differentiable at x equal to 1. Now come to question number 10. The question is like this. Prove that the greatest integer function defined by is not differentiable at x equals to 1 and x equals to 2. This is the problem, same as problem number 9. Now the solution is like this. So this is the function and we have to check whether this function is differentiable at x equal to 1 and x equal to 2. So at x equal to 1, when we will find the left hand derivative, then this is limit h tends to 0 f1 minus h minus f1 by minus h. Now we will put this value in the given function. Then this is limit h tends to 0 1 minus h. So this is 1 minus h minus, when we put 1, this one is 1. Now minus h. Now the value of 1 minus h is 0 and value of this 1 is 1 and here it is minus h and this is limit h tends to 0. Why the value of this 1 minus h is 0? Look at here. Suppose this is 0, this is 1 and this is 2. 1 minus h means slightly less than 1. Either it is 0.9, 0.8, 0.7. So it means these values lies in this area. So the integer just less than these values is 0. So for all these values, the value of this greatest integer function is 0. That's why this value of 1 minus h is 0 and the value of 1 is 1. Now this is limit h tends to 0 minus 1 by minus h, minus and minus cancel out. When we put h equals to 0, this is not defined. Now right hand derivative. So we will write limit h tends to 0 f1 plus h minus f1 by h. Now put this value in place of x in the function, then this is h tends to 0, this is 1 plus h minus 1 by h. Now 1 plus h means somehow more than 1. It means either 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 for all these. It means these are the values. So for these values, the integer just less than these values is 1. So the value of greatest integer function for these values is 1. That's why in place of this we can write 1. So limit h tends to 0, 1 minus, and the value of this is 1. Here it is h. So this is nothing but limit h tends to 0, 0 by h, and it is 0. So left hand derivative and right hand derivatives are not equal. This implies that left hand derivative is not equal to right hand derivative. Therefore, we can say that the function f is not differentiable at x equal to 1. Therefore, the function f is not differentiable at x equals to 1. Similarly, we can prove that this function is not differentiable at x equal to 2. So, similarly, we can prove that the function f is not differentiable at x equals to 2. So this greatest integer function is neither differentiable at x equal to 1 nor differentiable at x equal to 2.